By the way, guys, none of these videos I upload are going to be edited at all. Anyway, so I'm a new Hellenist, right? I decided, to honor Apollo, because that's my dude, you know? that sounded so corny, sorry. That's, like, I guess, who I'm, like, looking up to, I guess? I don't know. I thought I'd make a little, like, figure of him to add to my little box. Eventually I'm gonna get a shelf. I just don't have the money to right now, but when I get paid, I'm going to buy a little shelf from Michael's and then paint it with, like, all the stuff related to him, like the sacred animal and, like, the different things that he's the god of and stuff. But anyway, right now I'm working on paint for his hair. But I want to make it, like, a dark brown. I was going to say, like, my natural hair color, but you can't see my natural hair color. Whoa, my camera is so screwed up. Okay. Anyway, and tomorrow is when I get paid, or it's not going to be tomorrow for when this video gets uploaded or whatever, but you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway. So, I'm going to get a box, or a little shelf, and then I'm also going to get a little box for my Conan Gray art stuff that I made, because I have a bunch of it, right, because I'm like doing this series on TikTok, right? I don't need my earbud in it, but yeah. So basically what these videos are is just me yapping, like, when I'm about to go to bed, and like right before I go to bed or something, because for some reason my parents have it, because I don't know what kind of Wi-Fi they use, but they make it so that it turns off after a certain time. It's a different time every night, but it's always around 11, and I guess it's, like, good because, in a way, because it's, like, it makes sure you aren't just up all night doom scrolling, but it's also still kind of irritating, because I just tend to not even feel tired. I don't know if I like this color. It doesn't look the same on camera as it does in real life, because this is just my laptop camera, it sucks. But yeah, anyway, this is just me yapping. That's all these videos are gonna be. And I know no one's gonna see this. My last video that I posted got 0 views, and it's been like a whole day, so but I don't really care because I'm just doing stuff. But yeah, so now I'm gonna paint his hair, and then tomorrow, after his hair dries, I'll paint his little toga or whatever. Is it considered a toga since it was Greek? I forget. I'm gonna have to relearn all my Greek and Roman history, because I learned about it a lot in grade school, but it's kind of like I'm kind of unfamiliar, if that makes sense. But the paint for his skin is a little uneven, but it's okay. I kind of already mixed in what I use for his skin color into what I use for the hair color. So it's kind of too late to fix anything now, unfortunately. But I mean, it's okay. It'll still look nice, and I think Apollo's gonna appreciate it, no matter what, even if it's not perfect. I mean, I assume it's the thought that counts. And I'm very new to Hellenism, so it's not like I've had any, like, big revelations or something. Dang it. I wish I didn't mix it up, because I accidentally just got a splotch on his arm. maybe I'll have to recreate the skin color so I can do another layer of that. This is it so far. I need to think of something to talk about while I'm painting, or otherwise it'll just be a really long amount of silence. But, yeah, I've been struggling a lot lately, like with money and stuff, because it's so irritating. The job market these days sucks. Okay? Like, mind you, I, within just a month, applied for at least like 50 jobs. None of them got back. Okay? Then I applied for more in the next month, right? One gets back. They're like, oh, we're gonna have you do like a background check thing. And then, like an in-paper application, even though I literally already did my application online, but whatever. I guess I don't mind doing another application. So then, I go in the same day that I get the message, mind you, right? And it was for some, I think like Domino's pizza, right? For a delivery driver, and I have license everything. So anyway, they're like, okay, so you can email this place to check the status of your application. You should get it in a couple days. I emailed them, never got a response, right? Then another locations of Domino's, which is much closer, said they were urgently hiring. Urgently, keyword, right? Same thing, go in for the background check, go in to, like, go in for everything. I email for the status, same email, same person, by the way, for both my applications. Still, no response. Like, come on. You were urgently hiring. What do you mean you're not going to respond to me? I thought you were urgent. It's just so annoying because the only jobs that did get back to me were the places that said, oh, we found other candidates that fit the role better. Like, come on. And I tried applying for the library and I was so sad because I couldn't get a job and it was kind of irritating. My grandma said I could apply again and say that she worked at the library, and I might do that, but it's just irritating how hard it is to get a job. I already have a job though. But the thing is, it doesn't pay well enough, and I really need to be able to pay for college. But I wanted a job that paid better so that I could afford college and stuff like that. Because even with all my years of working and adding money to the bank, my savings account, and to be fair, I should have been adding more money to my savings account more often. But it wasn't enough, and I needed to be able to make more. But with my job, it's just not enough. And I still like my job. I think it's so, like, they're very accepting there and all of that. I would never want to leave. I just wish that I could get paid better there. And even if I were to get another job, I'd still work there every once in a while, like on weekends or something. It's just annoying because I want to be able to actually afford college, and I don't know how I'm going to do that because I wasn't able to get hired, and now, the school year's coming up and starting soon, and I'm going to have to actually make the payment for my college soon. I don't have enough money for that. And I don't know, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to end up relying on my parents, but I don't want to do that. I mean, I wanted to be able to pay for it on my own because I didn't want them to hold that over my head, because they do that a lot with my phone and stuff. The fact that they pay for my data and it's like, oh, we pay for your data, so we can do parental controls. And it's just, I don't want that to be the same. I don't want them to hold that over my head if I ever do something they don't want me to do in college, because I never know what they're okay with me doing, what they're not. I mean, to some extent I do know, but it's just like they're confusing me all the time, and it's just kind of irritating. And it sucks. I wish college could be affordable, because I'm sure there's someone who's in an even worse situation than me who wouldn't be able to afford the only thing that could get them out of such a horrible situation, you know? And that just kind of sucks. Not kind of even, like, it really sucks. Man, I wish Zoran Mondani was the president. He would do such a great job. And I'm so jealous of everyone who gets to live in New York and have Mondani as their mayor. Why can't he be my mayor? Well, not mayor, what's governor? My governor sucks because he's making all these anti-trans bills and stuff. I don't know much about my mayor. Actually, it's kind of funny. I know nothing about my mayor, but I know all about Zoran Mamdani. Which I should probably learn more about my own mayor. But it's just like Mamdani's so involved with his community. Like, he doesn't place himself on a pedestal or act like he's above the New Yorkers. He works with them. He works for them. He serves them instead of the other way around. And that's a true leader. A true leader is someone who serves their community, not someone who has their community serve them. That's what I love about him. And I think that's kind of ironic because all the people who are hating on him call themselves Christian. And it's like, literally, and I was raised Christian, so that's why I know all this. I hate when people get Jesus lore wrong. Like, I know I'm not in the fandom anymore, but you could at least get the lore right if you're gonna hate on it. Because, like, I don't mind hating on it. Just get the lore right. Come on, hate it for a reason that's actually true and valid. But anyway, like, literally, all of Jesus' teachings was, like, about serving others and how the, like, last will be first and the first will be last and blah, blah, blah. Like, he was literally saying, to be a leader, you have to be a servant first. And that's what Mamdani's doing. Like, I don't know why people have an issue with it, especially Christians. Like, he's doing what your teacher taught you to do.
Glasses.
The entire time that wasn't paused. Oh, shoot, I must have accidentally paused something and not realized it was paused and I was yapping for no reason. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna repeat myself in case. But basically, what I said is, sometimes I'll pause my videos just when someone's around, but there's still no editing. That's just me pausing it, like, on the record station. Anyway, so this is what we have so far. I tried to do, like, a kind of darker hair, but not, like, super dark. Because, like, he's the sun god, right? And he's by the sun all the time. And so his hair would be lighter. And I feel like most of them would still have darker hair. But in his case, like, the sun kind of bleaches it, if that makes any sense. Because I know it does that. It used to do that to my hair before I bleached it unnaturally and dyed it myself. Because now it's pink. But then I made his skin kind of tan. I feel like I could make it a little darker. But I wanted to make it tan. Because again, he's a sun god. And so he's always by the sun. And the sun makes you tan. So I don't know. I think I've done a good job with it. I like it. So yeah, that's what he looks like right now. I'm gonna keep painting him until he's complete. But yeah. Oop, there's some crevices. That's such a strange. Oop, there's some crevices. But yeah, wait. Okay, I'm gonna set this down to dry after I get all of the white spots. Okay, I think I got every little white spot. I really hope I did, because I don't want to have to go back over. I'm gonna scrape up the paint and just try to save it still, just in case, you know. I'm gonna scrape up this paint just in case I need to mix more of it. You can't see what I'm doing. I just like started mixing paint on my card, on this piece of cardboard, instead of using like a paint palette or whatever. And I'm using this to cover it just so that it doesn't dry out. Okay. So I'm gonna show off my Apollo box now. Okay, so this is, I don't know how to angle this camera. Here it is. I have my guitar next to it because sometimes I'll light my candle and then play guitar. Okay, but and this is my box so far. So I picked these clovers earlier today. They're kind of already dying because I don't have I do have a vase, but I don't want to put the vase in the cardboard box and ruin the cardboard box. So I'm going to have a vase eventually so that the flowers last longer. But I put this little squishy cat because it's like I really like cats and it's important to me. It's just like I'm sharing something important to me, you know. And then this is my little candle. It's in this candle holder I made. I'm actually really proud of it. I think it looks so cool. And then this is a collage centered around all the kinds of music I like. And I feel like since he's the god of music, I gotta share the kind of music I like, with him. And then I have my Black Parade CD because that's my favorite album. By the way, the music I like that I'm talking about is super like in the middle. It's kind of hard to see because it's really bad. I have this bracelet because it was cool, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just share things that I'm like, oh, because like, with friends where you're like, oh, this made me think of you, I thought you'd appreciate that. That's kind of what I'm going for here, if that makes any sense. And then I have this little poem I wrote. Maybe I'll read it. I don't feel like reading it now. But because I haven't written poems in a while. I used to a lot, and I haven't as much lately. I need to start getting back into it because I want to be a singer, and I might also write my own music. So if I'm gonna write my own music, then I should probably learn how to write poems. Anyway, so I made this little box, and it's supposed to be Super X themed, but it could be any sort of. But it has these little like fake keys in it, and I think the box is cute, and that's why I put it there. But the keys don't have any significance really. They're just like for crafts and stuff. And I have this pen that I made. Again, I think he'd like the fact that it's something that I made myself, like with the collage in the box and even the candle holder. Because like I made that myself, and I think that's something he'd appreciate. And then what is this piece of paper? I didn't realize that was there. There's this rock. I found it in my friend's yard one time. And this salt. How do I know? I licked it. That's what geologists do a lot. They find out what different things are by just licking it. But anyway, so I was like, ooh, cool looking rock. Oh, that's salty. It's salt. I don't know where it was from. It was just like in my neighbor's yard. And there was a giant, like, circular chunk of it. And it looked like it had been rained on a lot. And so, like, we threw it against the ground, and all of us got little pieces of it. So that's my salt piece. And then I have this little, I forget what it's called. I think It's called like lamb's ear or something. It's part of a bigger bouquet, but all the other flowers wilted, so I don't know any wilted flowers there. And anyway, so we have peelers because food, you know. Oh, a guitar pick, because again, he's got a music, and I have my guitar there. So it's like sharing that. Cherries, because I was looking at the Hellenist like subreddit, and it said like the gods tend to like fresh fruit, so cherries. And I've had them for a day or two, and they still seem fine. A bit of my cereal, because it's not that much, but I think I'm gonna start sharing a lot of my meals. And then garlic, a clove of garlic, because that was part of one of my meals. And also it smells good, and I feel like he just liked that it smells good, you know? A wheat penny, because it's something of significance to me. You can't really see it that well on this camera, but I love wheat pennies, and I collect them a lot. I have like 17 of them, so I feel like sharing something of significance, that makes sense, right? That makes sense, right? And this is all very new to me, so what I'm doing might not be exactly how I'm supposed to be doing it. And if anyone comes across this and is more like deep in the in the Hellenism verse, across the Hellenism verse, anyway, then yeah, that would be cool. Asher, say hi to the kid, bro. He's literally just look at this weirdo. Anyway, so then I have a chocolate chip cookie. I have a chocolate chip cookie because I had made cookies, and I was like, I made it, and I think he'd like something that I made myself. So yeah, that's my little box. Okay, I should move. That's where my box is supposed to go. Bro, he's always getting in the way of everything. Get out of the way. And then I have my little notebook just to keep track of everything. Because I don't know, I just feel like it would be nice. Can you get... Oh. Yeah, and then I have a lighter so I can light the candle. Because I usually light the candle whenever I'm doing a little prayer or something. I light the candle when I'm practicing my guitar, And sometimes I'll just yap. Because I don't know. I don't know exactly how, this is all new to me. And I've looked into, Hellenist subreddit. I've asked people online. So, I'll probably get better at this when I start doing more research. But yeah, that's what it's like so far. So, anyone in the comments who wants to be like, ooh, give me pointers, they will be appreciated. Look at my boy. He is my son, and I gave birth to him. And we look exactly alike. I love you, baby. He doesn't love me back. No, I'm kidding. He does love me back. He just sometimes gets pissed off at me. Come here. Say hi. Say hi to the camera. Look at those big eyes. What's that one? How does that one song go? 'Cause it's 9 in the afternoon, and your eyes are the size of the moon. You're good 'cause you can't sit down. Feeling so good, just the way we should. When it's 9 in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm a Panic at the Disco fan. It wasn't obvious at all with my dyed hair and my eyeliner. I've seen a trend recently where people will be, it's 9 in the afternoon and your eyes are the size of the moon, and then they show them a picture of themselves, and then their cat. And it's so cute. I need to do that, but I can't get a good picture. What are you doing? I can't get a good picture of him where his eyes are wide. But eventually I will. I could take a screenshot from this. 'Cause it's 9 in the afternoon. Okay, I need to stop giving you maybe I should just give you a concert. Start singing. Oh, well, imagine as I'm facing the pews of a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, an exchanging of words. Dude, with the way the camera quality is, it's making Asher's tail look like a ghost shadow. It's kind of funny. What are you doing? He was smelling my toe. He's investigating. I don't know what he's investigating. What is so interesting? What are you are you licking the ground? What the heck is he doing? Don't be eating stuff on the ground. You have no idea what diseases you could contract. His butt is on my foot. Hi, boy. Say hi to the camera. Get your butt off my foot. I was gonna show off my cool socks. He's so weird. He really likes his butt being smacked. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want you to see his booty hole. So I have these cat socks. They're so awesome. And look at that little paw there. But anyway, I think I got them for either my birthday or for Christmas from my grandma. I believe my grandma. Yeah. And so basically the brand that sells the socks, every time there's a sale on the socks, every time they sell a pair of socks, then they donate to like a cat shelter. I think that's so cool. I forget the brand name. I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, it's cool. Anyway, since I'm just showing off stuff, and not everyone who sees my YouTube videos are gonna see my TikTok, but you should. I'll put it like in the description or something. But I'll show some of the art that I've made for my common grade videos. But I don't have all of it because some of it I have like hanging up on my wall, or I've given it away, or I just can't get it right now. Dude, the camera quality on this sucks. I need to get like a webcam that I can like hook up that has better quality. Okay, anyway, so I have this wishbone, and this is not in order when I made them, but yeah, I have this wishbone that I made out of monster cans, and I duct taped them together, and then I painted it. I have this sword that it's like a crow, and then it says, "I need you like the air I breathe." In the blood. You can't read it very well, can you? And it's backwards, but whatever. But even though you're killing me, yeah, I need you right there, breathing. I need you more than me, and I need you more than anything. Okay, anyway, I can't sing. Actually, I can't. I just didn't do it well at that point. But I can sing. Because I finally got my voice back after losing it for like weeks on end. But it's still annoying because sometimes I get a cough and then it messes up my singing. And I can't go without singing. Like, I physically cannot not sing. Anyway, so I originally made this sword, like, I made it with the wood, in, like, 8th grade, because we had this, like, wood shop class, because I went to a Montessori school, and by the way, love Montessori schools. Like, that actually did wonders for, like, school. If we could do that for every school ever, I think that people wouldn't dread school every day. Anyway, but I then just painted it for the series. Azure, why are he's getting into my box? Oh, can you even? Oh, there. Dude, that's not for you. There's chocolate chips in that cookie. Chocolate chips can like kill you. Stop trying to get into. That's for Apollo, not for that goofball. Go away. I love you, Bubby, but that's not for you. Okay, anyway. So then I have this, and it was originally a Coke bottle because I love the Mexican Coke. It's so much better than just because it has cane sugar rather than like the regular kind of Coke, which has like the high fructose corn syrup, and it tastes so much better. Okay, after stop getting in there, why is it there that smells so good that you want to investigate? Anyway, so the Mexican Coke or the cane sugar Coke, whatever you want to call it, comes in these glass bottles. And I'm pretty sure they do that in most places that aren't the US. I'm not sure though. But anyway, so I painted a little wishbone. It says vodka, and then cranberry, and of course it's backwards. And it's supposed to be kind of like the nutrition list, whatever that's called. And then I have a whole bunch of Found Heaven pins that I made. I'm gonna need some sort of like, I need to go to another concert soon, but like he's not coming to my area anytime soon, so I don't know when I would. But like I need to go to a concert soon or something where there are other Conan Gray fans, so I can hand this out. Oh, my sister's walking. Okay, anyway, so then I have this vase that I made, and it says Super 8, and then it's a heart, and then there are these hearts, and it's a little vase, and eventually I'm gonna add it to my shelf, when I get the shelf, and then I can put flowers in it, so that the flowers don't just wilt. Okay, and then this was actually inspired. Oh, there's a little black spot. I guess that happened later on. I can't fix that now. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't feel like it. Anyway, this was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest, but it's Chichiri Cola. And I put a little Found Heaven symbol, but there's some random black spot. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, and I made this, if you can't, out of monster cans. Because I've collected a bunch to use for crafts, but I kind of run out of ideas for crafts. I don't know what crafts to do, but it's supposed to be like a moth to a light because of its song Moths, you know. And I walk back, but if you need me. Anyway, so these two are kind of one part because I made them together, but it's a little figure of Conan, and that's kind of what inspired me to do my little figure of Apollo. But like he's so cute, and I do a lot of Found Heaven stuff because it has a specific, oh my gosh, it has a specific symbol. Same with Wishbone, where it's like super easy to do something, and I guess there's like a crow for Kid Crow and roses for um Super Egg and stuff, but Found Heaven's just the easiest because it's like this super recognizable symbol. Like roses, crows, and wishbones could be related to anything, but like this specifically Found Heaven. And so I do a lot of Found Heaven stuff because it's like it has a specific aesthetic that I love to replicate. Anyway, then this is definitely my least favorite that I did just because it was like pissing me off so much when I made it. But it was this like loose card from a deck that had lost like half its cards, right? So I wasn't ruining any perfectly good playing cards. And that's the thing is, a lot of the stuff like it was already ruined. If it's something that could have been a perfectly good whatever, it was already ruined beforehand. That or it just wasn't ruined in the first place. But anyway, it's like an ace of Found Heaven symbols. I don't know. I could make. Okay, this would be really tedious and stuff, but I could design a whole deck out of all his different albums. That would be so cool, but that would be a pain in the ass. Anyway, and it's like CG and then the hearts on the back, and it's like kind of inverse with the color scheme. I think that's really cool. I'm proud of that. So anyway, then I have this little choker I made. I don't even know, like, I'm worried that it's gonna fall apart if I actually try to put it on, but it's cute. It's cute. I could wear it with. I made a jacket, a Found Heaven jacket. I painted it myself. The paint's kind of coming off. I'm gonna have to fix that. I didn't have any good leather paint, and I'm pretty sure it's fake leather anyway, but, you know. I could wear it because I'm gonna dress up as Found Heaven Conan for Halloween, so I could wear this with that fit. Anyway, so then we have this. It's a little, it's a pocket knife or whatever. Boop. that has wishbone on it. And don't worry, the pocket knife works just fine. Like, even with the paint, I didn't ruin it, you know, again. Anyway. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, these pens are made out of bottle caps, and then I glued pen backs onto them. Yeah, you could just buy pen backs at Michael's or another craft store and like all-purpose glue. Okay, are we baking? Anyway, sorry. Anyway, then we have a collage, another collage similar to my Super Acorn over there, but based on what's it called? On Wishbone. And this came from a CD cover because I had 2 of them in the CD itself, and one of them was signed. So this is the unsigned one that I turned into a little collage. I think it's cute. I'm not as big of a fan of it as I am with the Super Acorn, but you know, it's okay. Then I made this sunset season one. I need to make more sunset season stuff, but it's just kind of hard to figure out how to do that aesthetic, if that makes any sense. But I think this is cute, and I feel like a collage works for sunset season anyway. So I feel like with him like holding all the trophies and medals and stuff, it's like maximalism, you know? If that, I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope it does. It makes sense in my head. And this is a bedazzled font of an album cover, and I'm like really proud of it. I have all these gems that I like bought from Michael's. I buy a lot of stuff from Michael's because it's the easiest craft store to find. I hope they're not like a terrible brand who supports terrible things, because I don't know what other craft store I'd go to then, because there's one like right by my house. Anyway, I'm so proud of this one. Actually, I love it so much. And this one I made because Pride Month. Yeah, and these are my flags. Yeah. And I did people watching Conan Gray because like I wanna feel the love and emotion, be that attached to the person I'm holding. Someday I'll be falling without caution, but for now I'm only people watching. Anyway, it's Airways coded, so that's why I did that. I didn't need to burst out in the song for that, but I just chose to. Anyway, so this I made for my little sister for her birthday, and I haven't gotten to give it to her yet because she's at a camp, and so it's like there's no way I'm giving it to her. But yeah, it's cute. Cause it's not in the afternoon. No, voice crack. That's stuck in my head. Anyway, the last one that I have with me here to show you that I don't have to like hunt down or get off a wall. And this is one of my favorites. I'm genuinely so proud of this. It's probably one of the best collages I've ever done. So basically, I have another Kid Crow CD that's not here, but I had one, and I had tried to put it in the CD player in my car. Turns out the one in my car was on messed up, so I accidentally scratched up the CD really bad, so it couldn't play my music right. So I bought a new one, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. So I turned it into a piece of art. It says Kid Crow, and then all the stuff here, like this says Kid Crow, or Conan Gray, this said Kid Crow, and then all of these are like the different tracks on the album, and then that's the crow, and that's him. Those are all from like the CD like holder cover thing. And then this is the CD itself. And then this is supposed to look like sheet music with the 5 bars. That's kind of what it's supposed to look like. And it's like coming out of the CD because it's like the music coming out of the CD. And then like all of the tracks on the thing because it's like coming out of the CD. You know? I don't know. I'm just so proud of it. I love how it looks. This is genuinely one of my favorite things I've like ever made ever. I love it so much. Anyway, but yeah, that's all my artwork. Yeah, so eventually I'm going to put that in a box when I'm able to buy one from Michael's, and I'm going to need a big box. Obviously, not all this is going to fit in the box, but also I'm not keeping all of it. Like this one is going to my sister. So yeah. Anyway, this Yap video is way longer than yesterday's Yap video, but yeah, I'm just gonna like whenever I feel like it, I'm just gonna start recording and yapping, and we'll see what comes out.
Oh, I don't know when the next one will be, but we'll see.